Hello and welcome to the command block tutorial by Yours Crafted. So today we are going to talk about arguments. But first of all, I want to add the spawn point to my list. I forgot to put it up last time. So what this does is change the place where I spawn. So if I kill myself, I spawn on this block. And the useful thing for this is that before, since 1.3, we have a 20 by 20 spawn area if not a bed is used. So in a map you would put this with the teleportation block and you would teleport them to the map and set their spawn point inside the map. So this is how it looks. Here we start with the spawn point, the target which is the closest, and then the coordinates in X, Y, Z fashion. So something that I also noticed since the last time is you don't need the slash give. We could actually just remove the slash. It is not needed because the command block already knows that you are putting in a command and you are not trying to type in the chat. So enough about that. If you are a map maker or thinking about making a map, you may have noticed that if you want to make a map for more than one player, just saying the nearest player might not be enough. Maybe you want to teleport, let us say, for a quick example, if I can make this quick. I'm not the quick kind of guy. So you will have two areas for the different teams, and you want to teleport all the guys in the red platform to, let's say, this block, and you want these players to go to this block. Now with the nearest and all and random players and the farthest away, this doesn't work. If you would place a block here and say teleport the nearest guy over there, and you would do the same thing on the other side, even if when the people on this side are all teleported away, and this might be activated again, these guys will start getting teleported because it doesn't have a restriction. It doesn't say just check in this box. And this is what the arguments are for. You can make pinpoint customizations to where and who you want to use the command on. It's a specification for the target. So here you can specify the X, Y, and Z coordinates. So you can say, as I do have an example over here, this command block says teleport the guy that are standing on this block over here. Only the person standing on this block will get teleported. So if I stand here, nothing will happen. Not even if I stand very close. If we could bring it up. So now I would get teleported. Now I won't. But now I will. Because only when it stands inside this block will I get teleported. And if we just take a quick look, as you can see, this is a lot of text to input, but I'm going to give you all the specifications, then I'm going to tell you how to build the command. So we have the X, Y, and Z to select the spot. Then we have the radius, which is the maximum radius and the minimum radius. So R stands for radius and this is minimum radius. So what you could do is, this is used in the teleportation block that we used before. because if we would say the nearest player and select this block, it doesn't really change much, because I could stand over here and still be selected because I am the closest player to this red block. But if you select the radius of 1, it will only select players within a radius of, if I would choose this block, if I would say like x minus 15, y 56, z 10, I would select this block. And then it would teleport players which is in this area if I select radius, maximum radius of 1. There is no maximum radius of 0, but what you could do is, if I would use this and I stood here, I would get teleported, but you only want to teleport the guy on this. So you would select Y55 instead, and then it would select players that are within this area. So just standing above this block is not enough. You have to be inside this block, which I can't be because I'm above it, but I can be inside this block. So just a quick tip. And then we have the game mode. Yes, game mode. Okay. And with this you can select people in either creative, survival or adventure mode, which is well, it could be useful for a map. I'm not really sure how, but if you want people in different game modes, you could use this to specify the people in a certain game mode. So you would like say TP all with creative mode. This is not how you would type it, but yeah, you get it. So this, let me think real quick. This is the maximum amount of players which can be selected. I have no idea why they called it C, but if you would type all, and then you could say C at a maximum of 3, so it would select everyone, but only 3 can be teleported. I am not really sure exactly how this works, but because I have no opportunity to test it out, so sadly I can't give you more information than that. Then we have the highest level and the minimum level. No, it's the maximum level and minimum level, which is, if I would type L5, it would say people with level up to level 5 will be targeted by this command. If I would type LM equals 5, which is the minimum level of 5, so everyone would be 5 and above would get targeted by the command block. So now that we have all the different arguments, how do you type them in? So let's do a quick teleportation for me standing exactly on this block. Will get teleported and no one else. So let's just move this back, and we will start with the teleport command, of course. And for now I will just use the nearest. For this you could actually use all or the farthest, because we are just going to choose one block. But I'm going to use the nearest because that's what I usually do. Then you're gonna make a square bracket which is Alt 8. And then we're going to start off with the x coordinate. And if x equals minus, that's not a minus, minus, and we're going to type 16, because on the negative side you have to add 1. I don't know why, but you have to. That's how it works. And then you're going to type a comma. And then we're going to go to the y. Y equals, and we're going to select 55, which is one below, because of what I showed you earlier. Then we're going to choose z, which equals 10. So as you can see, from what I have started with, you do one argument. This is a full argument. And then you make a comma and start the next. And you could use all the arguments that I have shown you and use them in one command block if you wanted to. And then we're going to make a comma again. And then we're going to make the maximum radius 1. And then we're going to finish it off with Alt 9, which is the other side of the bracket. And then we're going to choose, let's say, 0, 56, 0. Because 0, 0, 0 would take me to the bottom of the map, and I don't want that. So now this should work. Let's put a button on that. So if I stand here, I should not get teleported. And 0, 0, 0 is somewhere over there, by the way. So let's see. Not getting teleported. Not even over here. No, that's good. But if I stand here, plonk, I got teleported. So now you know how to implement arguments into the command block. Once again, it's a bracket, first command, a comma, then next command. There is no spaces, as you can see. No space, no space. So there are very, 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 very much ways you can use the command block. But some things you have to find out for yourself. I can't show you everything you can do with the command block. I can show you this thing. It's been shown many times. It's a force field. So yeah, it's basically a command block being triggered by this one tick pulse, or this one tick clock. It has the coordinate of the red wool in the center, that one, as its center point, where it selects a radius of 3, a maximum radius, and then a minimum radius of 2. So it selects a block. So this is the actual block chosen. It's so that if I would select this one, it would actually be able to, in a way, jump out. It's difficult, but it's possible. I have not gotten out of this force field when it's up over here. So it selects an area about this size. Something like this, I think. And then goes around and then makes it smaller on the next floor. And then it says, but it's a minimum radius of 2, so don't select the people within 2 blocks. So it doesn't select the people here. So it becomes like a force field around there. But yes, so there are so much things you can do with this. And if you feel like you want more explanation to anything related to the command block, please leave a comment about it, and I might make another episode. I will make another episode where I go through these spawning cells or what these teleportations cells. I don't really know what to call them. They should be used if you want to make a map. So essentially what this would do, you would walk into a platform, get teleported into this, activating all these command blocks, which like this gives you a sword, a armor, but first it clears your inventory, then your sword, then your armor, then it gives you like a pig and a saddle, and then it teleports you away, or maybe it sets your spawn. There's just so much things you can do. And also, there's a thing you can remember, that if you want to give someone items, you don't have to do it like one at a time. You could give a person 4 items at exactly the same time. And another quick tip, if you want to have a dispenser right there with a splash potion to the target, you need to have at least 3 ticks before teleporting them away, so the splash potion will take effect. So yeah, but that is it for this time. If you like this video and think it was helpful, please give a thumbs up so more people can see it. And have a very, very great time. Bye bye!